What is going on, people? Jay the Black, of course, with another video. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I know a lot of y'all want me to speak on what happened at the Warriors game between the wife of the Warriors and Jay-Z and Beyonce. Apparently, she was talking to Jay-Z. Beyonce was sitting there riveted by why this woman is talking to Jay when we've seen her previously when she's on the sidelines. Athletes like basketball players on the court, speaking to her while Jay is there. We saw instances where she was texting in her phone and Jay was looking at. So we've all seen bouts of a little bit of hint of jealousy, but this situation has put things into overdrive. Now let's take a look at this video here, all right, while we're live. As you can see the interactions, everything is cool, right? But you can already see at first before the video even rolled that there was some issue. And look at her body language, and it's there. Now you see Jay noticed her body language, and Jay sort of wrapped up the conversation. And as you can see, both are sitting there as if Jay had done something wrong. Now again, this woman, I believe, is sitting next to her husband, who is the owner of the Warriors, right? And his wife is right there. So I guess because she didn't want to speak to Beyonce was like, wait a minute, why are you so interested? Because the news just came out with Jay being proclaimed a billionaire, and that's gonna get him a whole new type of attention. Even the wives of billionaire owners are going to want to speak to Jay. And I think that you can tell in that interaction that, Beyonce just didn't understand, I guess, why this woman was, sitting next to her, but wanted to talk to Jay so much. I don't think anything was really wrong with this interaction. Like, it looked awkward. Now, if the camera would have cut at that moment, then we would have never known anything. But look how they both motioned to somebody, I guess, across the court. After that, because she was talking to Jay, right? Then they slowed the let's go back. She's talking to Jay, right? Beyonce's looking at her. Jay's he's listening, but he's not really paying too much attention. Now watch how they both end up motioning to someone across the court. And Beyonce, during that whole, she's like, this man. I'm breaking this down because I find it hilarious, But anyway, now again, somehow, some way, this woman still wants to talk to Jay. And Beyonce just doesn't understand why she want to talk to Jay so much. I don't think it was that bad, but again, we know that they've had issues in their marriage. Now there were rumors last year that Jay hooked up with Beyonce hooked up with LeBron James, because they were saying that LeBron James, there were pictures out there, especially the one that went viral of him talking to them, and she was like, or he was standing and she was staring him down. Y'all know how women do them choosing signals, quote unquote. But also, though he was at a show in LA and she was at that same show, and people were trying to put two and two together, but I believe Jay-Z was with her during that show. But if you look at her body language during this, like, you can tell, like, she just didn't understand why she wanted to talk to Jay so much, even though this woman is sitting next to her husband. That didn't matter. Beyonce probably didn't even want to be at the game. Okay. Jay is there, and, she's not a part of the conversation. So she's, feeling some type of way, but it was a lot of awkwardness. It's just a lot of awkwardness, And Jay saw that. He's probably saw at the corner of his eye. He saw that, Beyonce was a little uncomfortable with him speaking to her, and that ended that there. Now let's take a look at the comment section, all right? The last time her and Jay sit courtside at Warriors games, that's the owner's lady. Let's see. LOLB wasn't feeling that. The subtle little elbow at the end. Yeah, she did kind of throw an elbow. What was that about, Beyonce? For all the Beyonce fans, like, Like, why do y'all think she was so, stressed in that moment? I mean, all it was a conversation. Now, again, nobody wants to be in the middle of a conversation, okay? Especially when you're Beyonce and you have to hear from the media and other people how Rihanna surpassed you as far as earnings, I think that didn't make her feel good. And the fact that she's sitting in the middle of a conversation between Jay and another woman. Let me tell you something. Honestly, with this situation, I think that her fans trolling this woman, because that's what happened. What ended up happening is Beyonce's fans ended up trolling this woman. They ended up trolling this woman. And this woman had to put her page on private because she put up a post trying to dispel everything, talking about how cool they were. But that made things even more awkward. And now her fans trolled her to turn her page off. So my point of making this video to the Bayhive, because y'all know I've had my issues with the Bayhive before. What is the point of doing that? Like, seriously, what is the point of doing that? Do you fear this woman is going to take your husband? Like, seriously. Beyonce should have made Jay wait in the car. Wait in the car for what? What did Jay do bad? It's like that. It's like when Barack Obama was, I believe they were at a soccer game in South Africa. It might have been the Olympics. I'm not sure. But I think it was the Olympics. Might have been in the UK. I'm not sure, people. I'm not sure. But him and Michelle were sitting next to a woman, and Barack and the woman were having a conversation. And you can tell by Michelle Obama's body language that she was uncomfortable with the conversation. So Barack had to end the conversation. Let's see. Shrugged her for that armrest to prove a point. Sasha Fierce. Queen Bee bouts to beat the brakes off the owner's old lady. That push off making mama some space. Oh no, honey, LOL. Beyonce's hand caught on camera. Who's better, the black Adam Schefter? Haha, got him. And Mrs. Carter gave her a slick and subsequent shoulder shove afterwards. Given Jay's cheating history, Beyonce couldn't take any chances. That's the owner's wife. So she may be the owner's wife, but he's Queen Bey's husband. The shrug look though. Get your girl. Beyonce looks confused. She thought she came to watch LeBron play. Yeah, she was there to see LeBron. She was like, "Why are we at the Warriors game?" She saw the yellow and thought they were at a Lakers game. I told you, she seemed like she didn't want to be there. You see Bey shove her at the end. LOL, nothing happened here. Y'all just trying to make something out of nothing. Laughing my ass off. She not feeling that lady all in her man's face. Yeah, because she did not want to be there. But she did not want to be there. And you can tell. The whole interaction. She's in the middle of a conversation. She don't want to be in the middle of a conversation, especially with this woman, okay? And Jay wasn't even that invested in the conversation. But that's what happens, And let me just speak to Beyonce's career. Beyonce, her and Jay did pretty good on their tour. But her musically, she's just not where she was. And I think also now she's a mom. She's almost in semi-retirement. But when you have her in the position that she's in, and I still think that in the back of her mind, she still feels like she wants to prove something musically, but she's okay with just being a mom and a wife to Jay-Z. But I kind of feel that deep down, she's not okay with being second fiddle to Rihanna, money-wise. I also think that Jay being a billionaire just shows more and more why all this feminist talk that she has in her music doesn't fit her life. She's in a patriarchal relationship. Jay is the leader of the household. That's why she, exhibits so much frustration, even in this video clip, towards him talking to other women. Because even throughout all his faults, she still remains with him. While all you women are leaving your boyfriends just after one argument, Beyonce has stayed with Jay throughout his subsequent cheating. And that doesn't mean that she hasn't done her fair share of dirt. But I really believe the Bayhive is pushing these narratives and attacking people for literally nothing. This woman, she is the wife of at least one of the Golden State Warriors owners. They're literally attacking this woman, all because she was having a conversation with Jay. That's not how it should be at all. But that's how it's going to be, because certain people follow religiously these celebrities. I make content on celebrities is because I want to and I think it's fun, and that's what YouTube should be. But also you have situations like this. This is another article I meant to show a little bit earlier. Let's see. Nicole Curran, the wife of the Warriors owner, had to shut down her comments after her interaction with Beyonce went viral. That's a shame, man. It really is. You know? It shouldn't be like this. It really shouldn't. People are really going now. Again, I haven't been to her Instagram or anything yet. I'm doing this video, but obviously she must be fairly attractive. Maybe she resembles the Becky with the good hair. Maybe she resembles the women that Jay tends to like besides her. Maybe that's why she was feeling some type of way. And, she's able to marry a billionaire. Women like that are very resourceful, and they know how to, reach men with status. And with Jay's now billionaire status, he's going to get women like this throwing themselves at him. Not just the regular women that you see every day, not just the IG models, the women in the industry, but you're going to see the wives of other billionaires looking at Jay just a little bit differently. And they got some people really in their feelings, especially the Bayhive.